Okay, Koji, now we're going to take a look at your freestyle from the underwater view, the side view of the underwater. Again, I like a lot of the things you do in terms of your freestyle, how you catch water. You can see here, you got your left arm in the water, nice elbow bend, high elbow, nice press of the forearm, and the catch of the hand and forearm pushing you, pushing back, but pushing you in a straight line, pushing you forward. That's a very good line to have and a very good catch. And, I definitely think the strength of your freestyle is up front, and how you catch water and the timing of your catch. That looks really good. Head position is really good here. So when you get in this position, you are kicking. You do have a nice body line that you're swimming with. You're really riding the water here, and everything that you're doing is pushing you forward. You could be a little more active with your kick, but you're doing a good job of keeping the feet moving. This is a little bit more of what I see when you're in a swim meet, and less of what I see in practice. But again, just so high with your head movement in terms of taking your breath. And you can just see as you do that where your hips go. They were nice and high in the last frame, and because you're pushing your head up, you can just see how it pushes your legs down as you try to raise. Here, I don't see any of your head. It's all above the surface of the water. So that's going to have a inverse effect on your kick, and it's going to push your hips low. So you're going to have to do something with your arm out in front to kind of try to pull yourself up in the water to hold that position. And it's not going to allow you to have as an efficient kick or as powerful a kick. But again, nice catch here. Your right side, we can see that hand go in. It is palm down. You get a higher elbow on that side, so you got this really nice body position. The elbow is lower than the shoulder. The elbow is higher than the wrist. So you got this nice line into your catch. What we talk about all the time, hand lower than the wrist lower than the elbow lower than the shoulder, and you can really see it on this video. And that's creating this nice shoulder rotation you have here for your freestyle. So I really like that body position, like how you're catching free. You can see you're pulling right into that high elbow and that catch. And this is all really good. I mean, this is where you want to be. You might be able to be just a little bit more vertical with that forearm. If I look at Matt, he would be a little bit more here in terms of the pull, so that would give you a little more power. But you still got a nice position as you're in that position. Again, you're staying active with the kick. Could be a little smaller, a little quicker. And again, I can see you're raising up into that breath. You look up with those eyes and lift that head up. I'd just like to see that head roll, so you stay low with the shoulders, and the hips stay on line, and you're not pressing those hips down. Again, when you get the head down, you can just see this, where the hips are and where the body position is. Everything's riding forward, so you got this nice line that everything's pushing you forward. And only when you're going into your breath from side to side, where you're lifting your head out of the water, do you not see your head, and do you see your hips kind of get pressed down in the water. And any drag is going to slow you down. So that's creating a little too much drag, and it's not the best way to do it, because you're pulling so much water. Here you can see with your forearm, you're in a great position. You're pulling water. You're catching as much water as possible. And when you raise your head like that, you're fighting against that. Again, good palm down entry with the left side into a high elbow catch. Really nice. Then we come into the wall for the turn. Your palm up with your hands on the turn, you can get a lot more force if your palms are turned over. So we can see your palms are here. You're pulling with the back of your hands at this point. I'd like to see them turned over and the palm be there, so that it pulls towards your head and pulls the water towards your head, so that can create faster hips. When I was talking about your overwater view of your flip turn, I was talking about the hips being slow, and that makes sense because you're kind of doing it backwards with the hands here. And a lot of people do this, and generally they're not the fastest people getting their hips to the wall, because if you turn your hands over, your palms pulling water are twice as efficient, twice as powerful as pulling water toward your head and creating that faster flip turn. Coming in, again, you can just see here, this is kind of causing the flat push off. Your feet should come into the wall and they should be right here. They should be a little higher. And then you go down to the body position so your hands are here so that you're pushing off at a steeper angle. And you can just see your feet are really far down here, both of them. And then you're on the right, you're on your more to your back than your side, which is good. But you can just see your hands are higher in position than your feet, or on the same line as your feet. So when you push off, you're going to be a lot flatter with that push off. So it's a lot more shallow. Here you can see you took a couple kicks. I'd like to see you extend that kick a little deeper. So you have this kick and it's right on line with your hips, and that's where it stops. We'd like to see it get down here a little bit more, okay? So you're finishing your kick a little deeper in that downward kick, and that'll help you on the upbeat. And then the second kick, again, just a little more action out of those kicks, a little deeper kick and a little bit more of an up kick in terms of your kick out. And then again, you know, like I said, your strength is pulling water, and you do such a nice job of getting in this position here where you're catching that water with that high elbow. And generally you have your eyes in a pretty good position. It's just you lift the head out. You know, it's a habit, but it's a habit as you get older and faster that's going to help hurt how fast you get. It's going to keep you from getting to being the best Koji you can be.